Thanks very much, Sharon. Just so that you know that the black eyes that I have at the end of tonight will be because of what Sharon has just said. Because my wife's here, she's just said that Sharon and Suzanne and I have shared a number of stages together. So, thanks very much, Sharon. Hail, darling. It's only in political meetings. Can I just say, folks, can I just say that it's a great pleasure to be invited along tonight. I've managed and had the pleasure to speak at 88 other meetings. This is the 89th meeting I've managed to speak at on independence since January. And it's probably one of the ones that I've looked forward to the most. Mods for yes. Everybody keeps talking, oh, I've heard about that, mods for yes, mods for yes. Great idea, absolutely brilliant idea. So I have to take my hat off to all the organisers who have put a lot of work in to bring this night together. I think you've done a fantastic job, folks, so well done to each and every one of you. Usually these meetings can last a wee bit long, right? But most of you are here, not just for yes, but also to have a wee night out. So I'll make some remarks, and then if there's people who want to ask some questions, we'll put aside 10 or 15 minutes for questions, but we don't want to stifle the night. We want you to have a good night tonight. Don't want to stifle it just with chat, but if you've got questions, we'll try and address them. I do have to say, things are getting a wee bit serious, aren't they? The bald Jimbo, you know, getting hit with a wee egg. I've got to say two things about that. Number one, well, there is an investigation underway. It does appear that the guy who did it had an earpiece in, getting told when to do it, but there you go. Hopefully there will be an investigation into that. Two things to say, folks. Well, three things. First thing is, what a waste of a bloody egg. That's absolutely clear. Second thing is, I don't think we should support it or endorse it. If it was somebody who hadn't been set up to do it, I don't think we need to do it, right? I think we're winning the arguments. We don't need to throw eggs. But do you know what the third thing is? The third thing is, to Mr. Murphy, I have to say, is Jim, stop crying so much about it, son. Because you may have been hurt with an egg, but see the families that were hurt with missiles during the Iraq war, they can't just wash their shirts and go on with the rest of their lives. Maybe politicians like Jim Murphy, who have become apologists for illegal and immoral wars, have effectively become warmongers across the planet, should realise that their policies and their actions have inspired a lot of hate and a lot of anger, because what they have done isn't just about arguing about somebody over who's right or who's wrong. What they have done is they have illegally murdered hundreds of thousands of innocent men and women and children across the planet. That's something I think Mr. Murphy should bear in mind. I can remember the bold Jim, 1985, Cardonald College. I had just come back from Stirling University. I had a degree and I wanted to go and do a health and fitness course. So I enrolled at Cardonald College, and in those days I joined the Labour Party. And I was selling the militant newspaper. And I was outside the college, get your militant. And I started getting berated by this young guy. This young guy with a Palestinian scarf on started shouting at me. And he was selling a paper called Fight Racism, Fight Imperialism. He said, you are a disgrace, you're a disgrace. You're sowing illusions in the parliamentary road to socialism. You should be ashamed of yourself. It was Jim Murphy, by the way. It was Jim Murphy. That was 1985. How far he's travelled, eh? Up the greasy pole. What he wouldn't do for a career. So from my point of view, I go quite far back with these guys. I've got a longer memory than some of these guys. And as far as I'm concerned, they're a damn disgrace for what they used to believe in compared to what they actually do today. So I think we have to say to ourselves, this debate, it is getting hotter, it is getting heating up. It's not just about eggs.